Welcome to Maxine's. I'm Daryl Gray. I don't think I've seen you here before. Whoa, a new girl in school. Do you realize what destiny has brought you today? Yours truly, Hector Sanchez. But you can just call me the Hulk. I feel uncomfortable speaking about this now. Please, excuse me. Look, Nancy, maybe this assignment isn't for you. I can't be holding your hand all the time. Your job is to come to me with solutions, not problems. Can I help you? Here you are. You'll need to sign for it. Entrez-vous. Hello, gorgeous. Where have you been all my life?
It's open! Yes, my dear. I see. Well, I just don't let anyone in the prop room without showing me that they're clever enough to take on the responsibility.
Where to, lady? Where can I take you today, miss? Why, hello, Miss Drew. I only followed Lily in here, but I've trapped both of you. Your deaths will make a wonderful end to Act 1. Rick Arlen's death will be the climax to this little soap opera I've produced. I'm calling it One Death to Die. I see you. Hello. I was so wrapped up in my book I didn't hear you come in. My name is Louis Chandler. Hey, Nancy. I hear there's been another accident. You gotta believe me. I didn't have anything to do with it. I just hope Rose doesn't blame me for this one. Someone vandalized the historic library. Really turned the place upside down. Our owner, Miss Lane, she's gonna be pretty upset. Nancy, what are you doing here?
Oh, good. Boots, fine. Thank you. Everything is fine. Just leave the boots at the door, please. And it seems I'm out of change. I'll just have to tip you next time, Mandy.
Hey, Nancy, I've been looking for you. I think a fresh coat of paint would really cheer things up in here, don't you? Don't let the turkeys get you down. Hundreds? Try thousands. All my email goes through Simone. She reads it, she writes back. Control issues, you know? Off the record, any message that says "Love Brady" is really just a big electronic smooch from her. No teeny boppers till showtime. House rules. I'm Nicholas Falcone, solemnly sworn to lead the forces of Hadit and slay the dragon of corporate generica.
St. Louis, the police department. Is the kidnapping in progress? Hold on, miss. I'll transfer you to the missing persons unit.
Missing persons unit, this is Sergeant McBramsey. And who am I speaking with? Okay, what have you got for me? This message is for Nancy Drew. Hi, Nancy. This is Nurse Bluefoot calling from Eleanor Roosevelt Memorial Hospital in regards to Henrik Vanderheun. I believe you're a colleague of his. Since Mr. Vanderheun was admitted, he has repeated your name several times in states of semi-consciousness. As we've been unable to contact any of his family members, we're hoping you might be willing to act as Henrik's support person as he begins the difficult process of restoring his memory. Please call me as soon as possible to discuss this. I don't even remember my own birthday, so if you're here to squeeze me for details, you're wasting your time. Who in the world is Pakal? So, you're Joanna Rick's newest pirate in training. How does it feel to join the ranks with the modern-day conquistadors? We need your eagle eyes. We need your bat ears. We need you to sniff out the stink of trouble. It's a fiasco, just as I feared. Want a cookie? They're Hawaiian. Ooh. Now look what you've done. That was a Strix Varia. At least I think it was. Never know for sure now, will I? Nope. Don't want to neither. Just hearing him howl's bad enough. Scares the bejeebies out of me. Nice junior ranger pin. You must really be on Jeff Akers' good side. If I were in charge of just 10 more acres of park land, they'd give me an assistant, and I could devote more time to the acquisition of more land and eventually put Moon Lake on the map as one of the biggest, most popular parks in the state.
All right. The Moon Lake Park Ranger said you might call, but you have to talk fast. An old friend of mine is flying in today from Florida, and when I say old, I mean old, as in 5 years older than I am.
Will the young lady who just entered the park please turn immediately and enter the whale's mouth directly to her left? Thank you. Well, from the way you just marched right on in here past all those sorry we're closed signs, you're either who I think you are, or you're one determined gatecrasher. I am Miles, the Magnificent Memory Machine. I receive and process video and audio input and make appropriate pre-programmed verbal responses.
Hotel operator, what do you want? I'm filling in for my cousin Amber. She took the week off on account of the amusement park being shut down. You don't want an outside line, do you? Arg! You have 3 fun credits left on your card.
Well, Miss Destructo returns. What do I know? I'm just an artist. Go ask our naturopathic engineer person. This is Detective KJ Paris, Captain Cove's police department. Paula Santos asked me to call you. Said it concerned that heist out at Captain's quarters 23 years ago. Holy moly! I either snagged a Greyhound bus or the biggest fish in the Chapleau River is right here on the end of my line. No, I'm sorry, hun. I gotta go. Nice to meet you, Nancy. Any friend of Katie's is a friend of mine. Paying passengers, as many as she can safely fit. Nothing. I think we should just leave it alone. Miss, please don't touch that. And remember, whales rule! Katie who? Never heard of her. Now, I know a marine biologist named Katie Firestone. You're about as useful as a beanie in a hurricane. Look, if you want me to tell you what kind of shipwreck that wood came from, you're gonna have to tell me what kind of wood it is. You're not one of those save the whale and to heck with everybody else crusader types like she is, are ya? Her true colors came out real clear last night. Us fishermen don't count. Still can't believe you robbed those places. The boss was fit to be tied. Especially after you hit that cafe. Having that tunnel with all those trap doors and nobody suspecting a thing, it was like being a kid with a key to the candy store. I couldn't help myself. The Raleighs said they were going to be inviting some young ladies out here. I take it you're one of them. Yahoo. Hey, you must be Nancy. I'm the cook, Shorty Thurman. Welcome to Shadow Ranch. Around the mountain when she comes. I'm gonna be honest with you, ma'am. We were short a couple hands to begin with, and now with the Raleighs gone and everybody on edge over what happened last night, this is not exactly the best time to be visiting Shadow Ranch. That's all. What's the magic word? Lulu, one magic word. Who's ready for some nummies? Not to you, dear. It might have something to do with their scandalous history, or perhaps it has something to do with the family treasure.
Nancy.
Boar's Head Pub, this is Tommy. Right, Nancy Drew at the old Blackmore Manor, are you? Cool, you must be Hank Marvin up there. Pity about your kitchen, but we'll fix you up for some Becks and Porsche. Just tell me what you'd like. Over here, Miss Drew. Find the toy mouse and give it to Yuri, would you? Otherwise, he'll just keep meowing. He hates strangers. Very good. Now tell me, what am I thinking?
The year 1930. The place, the road to Titusville, where we find Nancy Drew behind the wheel of her blue roadster, pondering this question. Why did Emily Crandall, a girl whom Nancy knows only through their mutual friend, Helen Corning, ask Nancy to drive all the way out to the Lilac Inn to see her? And I'm happy to report this bank is doing just fine, thank you. Excuse me. Main Street Bank, Jim Archer speaking. No, I don't. I'm sorry, but... Yes, I know, but... All right, then just bring it by. Sorry for that interruption. How can I help you? Buell. Joe, show her! That old picture we found! When I tried to talk to him about it, he just kind of brushed me aside and said something snotty like,
I'm on the job here, Junior, so just go back to the playground and stay out of the way.
In case you two hadn't noticed, we're not getting a lot of respect around here.
Strange. My vibes are never wrong. What's even stranger is I'm still getting them. So maybe they're not about Lori. Maybe they're about you.
Welcome, stranger! There's a rumor going around that Charlena Purcell's aboard that train. Is it true?
Hot dang if that don't beat all.
Oh my gosh! I never thought you'd be the one to find me here. No offense, Nadine? Well, see, I was one of the first people in like 100 years to set foot on this train, okay? Everything was just the way it was when Jake disappeared, except I also found this.
Tino Balducci. The Tino Balducci. I'll know the facts when I know the facts. The truth can't be rushed, you know. Amateur detective, huh? Ever thought about becoming a real detective? You know, like me. Lori told me you found the entrance to Jake Hurley's mine. Did I tell you that my granddaddy was the engineer on a private train owned by one of the richest men that ever passed through Copper Gorge? Jake Hurley was his name. Yes, sir, my granddaddy was Jake's private engineer for more than 25 years. Told my daddy that none other man comes crazier than Jake Hurley.
Hey, all I know is I take orders from Miss Gerard, okay? And right now my orders are to get this train to Copper Gorge non-stop, and until Miss Gerard tells me otherwise, that's what I'm gonna do.
No, don't say anything and let me guess. You lost your passport, so you're looking for the American consulate to get it replaced. Only you wound up here because you asked a Parisian for directions and you thought you understood what he said, only you didn't. Am I right? Please tell me you're not a would-be model who thinks her career would only take off if only I would photograph her.
Are you going to connect me to Minette or not? Put her on the phone. Wrong answer. As for my name, it is not Trequinard. It is Trequinard. Enough! What can I do for you, mademoiselle? Look, another question? Just send the oldest, moldiest, worst-smelling cheese to that address.
Nancy Drew! What on earth is a nascent detective like you doing answering the telephone for Minette? Get down from there! Excuse me, dear. Yes, of course I can. But first, you must have her write something for me. Have her write, Zu, my love, Jing.
What else tickles the fancy? Ooh la la, you did it. You brought me a 1968 bottle of Mouton Fouté. This is impossible to find in all of Paris. I got those boys surfing, shelling, fishing, snorkeling, everything. You sign up, you'll do everything too. Maybe even at the same time as them, huh?
Terrific, because if you're Nancy, then you know who I am, and we can skip any further time-consuming introductory rigmarole and get right to work. Sound good?
Well, you thought wrong. And for your information, that pass was reported missing. She probably stole it weeks ago. Well, you tell Mr. Fiderman that he is fired. What are you, Little Red Riding Hood? That wolf's not hurting anybody. People should just leave it alone. Not gonna happen, dude. Trust me, if something bad can happen, chances are it eventually will, dude. About time you showed up. I've been sitting here playing fox and geese all by myself, you know. You are what is wrong. Chantal said there would be no more guests to make a noise at all hours and disturb my training. Yet, what stands before me? A new guest! Not a doubt in my mind. Everything was A-OK till it showed up and started howling. It's bad luck. And something's protecting it. Something unnatural.
Halt! Who goes there? Nancy Drew shall not pass unless and until she proves herself worthy.
Well, hello, young lady. How kind of you to grace an old man with your lovely presence. He died of a myocardial infarction, most likely caused by age-related arteriosclerosis. Iggy was Bruno's iguana.
Ned's a nice guy. I mean, I really don't know him all that well, just from school. But when I mentioned that my only living relative just died, he was all like, "Yeah? How you feeling, man? You doing okay? Wanna talk?" Of course, I guess I do come across as a little needy sometimes.
Hey, doing a little end of the day shopping, huh? I'm Lamont. This is my shop. If you have any questions, I'm the guy to ask.
I thought I had at long last found a kindred spirit, someone who shared my passion for beauty, for art. But you apparently are like everyone else, interested only in what something is worth rather than what it offers the soul. I adore that shade of crimson. Look at that. Could it be any more perfect? Great job! Still some rough edges though, so take that costume home and practice. What's your name? Nancy? Forget it. Your new name is, Punchy. Punchy LaRue. Just to be safe, I will review the rules of the game as we play it here at the Casa de Jockey. You took the last trick, so you get all the cards remaining on the table. And lastly, we score the scopas. Scopa. Se non rimore, se amo shirove, ramoso rombara, yanno rong yongora, hiraro romare, sira yo yonore, yara so yororo, yara moso yoro.
The wedding's been called off, so go on back to where you come from. Walk down to the inn, then. Give me your keys and I'll see you to your car in the morning.
Yes, I remember that name. Has Matthew finally put an end to that ridiculous prank of his? No! No, don't pull that switch!
Oh, nuts. Now you're over there, and I'm over here. No harm done. You wouldn't happen to have a tunnel boring machine in your pocket, would you? Or food? Do you have any food on you? A biscuit or two? Some crisps? Cocoa Kringle? Anything?
Hi, you must be Nancy Drew. I'm Kit Foley, Matt's best friend. Ignore the eye if you can. Walked into the door the other day. Looks worse than it feels. I'm a bit surprised you're still here, given the circumstances.
Gonna play Mix Maid for a while, are ya? Well, here's what you're to do.
My name is Johnny Roll. I am from Kingston, Jamaica. I have come here to fish and to be alone. When I am tired of fishing and being alone on this island, I will go to another. That is my story. There is no more to say. I'm not Jamaican. I'm from Australia. My real name's John Poole. I'm a former accountant.
You had better, Indy. I've got my hands full down here at the warehouse. I don't have time to follow up and make sure you're getting things done, all right?
Hi, I'm Frosty. As you can probably tell from all the equipment in here, I'm the media guy.
Because thanks to them, I'm considered impossible to work with. No other school will hire me. I'm stuck here, and they know it.
A tornado's forming. I can feel it. It'll be on the ground in minutes. And it's gonna be huge. And here you are, a novice, out in the field all alone.
I even remember your telephone number, Nancy. Let's see, it's 523-555-4468. How you like them apples? Come to think of it, it's just like the moment right before a storm hits. When the world gets dark and quiet and all you can do is cross your fingers and hope for the best.
And do they call you Nancy because you answer too many questions? Sorry, that was supposed to be funny. A lot of people think that, but it's my name. Has been since the day before I was born. Whoa, hang on. Men only right now. I don't know why we don't mention this at the front desk. This is very useful information. Anyway, I'm Rentaro. I'm out in the garden if you need anything. Shh, shh. There's certainly no monster, Fräulein, and there have been no monster sightings. Everything is fine. We have a huge monster problem here. That's what I'm expecting. I'm bringing some foreign investors to the castle tomorrow. Big money, big time investors. I mean like stupid rich. Like, happy birthday, I got you that town in France you wanted rich. I want everything tied up with a neat bow. Signed, sealed, delivered, stamped, the whole 100 yards. You're like my personal stylist here. You gotta make me look good. My hands are tied here, Nancy. Nancy Drew, you're under arrest for arson in connection with the town hall fire.
I don't like you. You break things. Oh, did you hear that, Vase? She's sorry that you made the long trek from China to Europe, where you survived 2 world wars and countless natural disasters, only to be unceremoniously kicked to death by some space cadet for no reason. Not that that matters now that you are dead. It appears neither of us is going to get what we want. So I must know, are you very brave or just very stupid? I'm Dylan Carter. To answer the question you didn't ask, but probably meant to. What are you doing? If it looks like I'm busy, then I'm busy. It's immensely complicated. Get a postgrad in advanced math and electrical engineering, then I'll explain it to you.
You, come with me. I don't know, maybe.
Stay out of the lab. If you don't stay put on your own, I'll have to find someone to babysit you. I'm Colton, the fiancé. Welcome to Thornton Hall. I'd extend you all the courtesies of the Thornton clan, but we seem to be about 20 years too late for that. Good sweet nonsense, no. Do not even imply that I am after that to anyone. I'll be your point of contact. My name is Xun. That is what Revenant wants. It's not to take over the world. It's to keep it. We're friends with the Americans, but I don't trust her. I'm going up a security level. I'm on it. That guy's a thief! I really thought I was gonna get that guy. Sorry. I'm Alec. Well, in reality, everything's crazy. Take a word and say it 50 times in a row, and at some point you'll be like, what's this sound I'm making? What's it mean? Why don't I speak my own language? Why did I borrow this one? I never thought to ask. It's just ideas. Ideas aren't dangerous until you try to bottle them up. But that's what people always do with ideas they think are dangerous. That's a profound thought. Please write it down.
Some jobs you can quit, some you cannot.
Hermes, the god of charisma and handsomeness. But the mortals call me Grigor. Speak up, girl. Louder! Mind your flagship and temper. Looks like we got a real angry one here. Name's Gunnar, but you can call me Gunnar. The skip is my home. Presently quite poor. She won't allow certain, members of the restoration team to access their work. So if we haven't been on a date yet, does that mean we're going to go on one in the future? Yeah, I was at, Primal Cuts. It's a steakhouse. Very expensive. Just ask my dad. He'll tell you. Those protesters are out there again, stirring the pot. You know, this town used to be a quiet place.